Hey guys, today I'm bringing you 4 ways to get better aim on console Overwatch. All of the things I talk about in this video can be applied on PC as well, except for the aim assist things. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's get started. The first way to improve your aim on console Overwatch is to definitely find the right sensitivity. What I mean by this is to find a sensitivity that can actually allow you to aim and make micro adjustments. I see a lot of people running extremely fast sensitivities that make it really difficult to properly track or just aim. Fast sensitivities may seem like a good idea because Overwatch is a fast game, but you need something that allows you to not only be fast, but actually take your time to aim. A lot of people with fast sensitivities have trouble making micro flicks or, like I said, micro adjustments, which is just bad for you. Now you might be thinking, what do I mean by micro adjustments? A micro adjustment is simply just when you have to move your thumbstick or your mouse just a little bit to actually continuously track whatever it is you're shooting. With a proper sensitivity, I could adjust my thumbstick just a little bit to actually track them, but with a fast sensitivity, if I were to touch my thumbstick just a little bit, it would move away from the target and it would be really difficult, which is why you see fast sense players aiming with their movement a lot more. Try to find something that allows you to properly aim while also not being terribly slow, as super slow sensitivities are just as bad as super fast sensitivities. Also, another thing, I see a lot of videos on YouTube talking about the best sense on console, like the best settings. And while, like I said, I think that everyone has their own sensitivity that works for them, I don't think that you should really think about it way too much, because once you go into like each and every specific setting, if you're taking the time to like micromanage it and to find the perfect number, I think at that point you're just going in way too deep. What I'm trying to say is just keep it simple. For the second way to improve your aim, I have including your movement in your aim. Like I mentioned in the last tip, a lot of fast sensitivity players move with their aim. This is in no way a bad thing, and in fact it's actually really good, but it's just not as good when that is the only way you can aim. In Overwatch, fast moving targets can be extremely difficult to track, and trying to use your raw aim is just a waste of time. So to combat this, just include your movement in your aim. If you're 1v1ing a Tracer or a Genji or anything that's just harassing you and they're crouch spamming or having good movement, utilize your strafing and crosshair placement to land a nice shot. Great example I have for this is Roadhog. Whenever I play Roadhog, a lot of my alternate fires are aimed by my movement. Aiming alternate fires can be really difficult in a 1v1, so I just adjust my character so that I get it to the sweet spot for it, while also moving my crosshair onto the enemy. Practicing your movement in general is a need for Overwatch, but putting it into your aim is just as important. Also, for console specifically, moving actually betters your aim assist. I don't know the exact specifics about aim assist and how it works, but whenever you move, at least for me, that is when aim assist is at its strongest. As you can see in these clips, the aim assist is not on when something is walking in front of me and I'm standing still, but once I start moving, the aim assist starts to work. Never just stand still and shoot, always try to be moving, as it not only betters your aim, but also just helps the aim assist, and there's literally nothing wrong with getting assisted by aim assist. The third way I have to better your aim is to warm up and practice using custom games. Warming up before jumping into comp is basically a ritual for every Overwatch player, but how you warm up is definitely important. Some people play a game of quick play or arcade, while others warm up before or during queue in custom games. I heavily suggest that you do the latter and use custom games. While playing a game of quick play can definitely help, you don't always get to utilize your aim or mechanics in them. I've tested it myself, and honestly, quick play does not help me at all. Spending literally no more than 5 minutes before queue warming up yourself in a custom game helps way more than one quick play game, because in a custom game you're utilizing everything you'll need no matter what role. There's no way to practice your game sense or awareness, at least I think so. So no matter what role you are, practicing your aim will help you extremely. Practice range can also be used, it can be an option, but I don't suggest practice range too much because the bots have the same pattern that they move in and they're really easy to aim, so I don't think it's a proper warm-up. Also, it is really important that you actually stay warm in between games. For some reason you are getting extremely long queues like I do, going 10 plus minutes without actively aiming can actually be a burden, so I suggest you either join some death matches or custom games. You don't necessarily have to practice your hardest and go off on your aim, you just need to stay warm and keep your hands used to your controller or your mouse. As you've been seeing in the clips in the background, these are the 4 codes that I use the most to warm up either during queue or before queue. The last way I have to genuinely improve your aim, and I think this is the best one, is to play all kinds of different heroes. Bettering your aim by playing nearly all of the heroes is something I've never heard being talked about a lot, but it is literally the best thing you can do. Myself, I used to only play McCree and Doomfist, and I had alright aim, like I was still 4600 at the time, but my mechanics were nowhere near where they are right now. I really wanted to be good at Widow because at the time I was absolutely horrendous at Widow, so I started to play Widow for a long time. I only played Widow Widow on an alt account at the same SR and saw crazy progress, finishing rank 2 that season playing Widow. I am not kidding when I say that I was really bad at Widow before this. Like, I wish I had clips to show you because it was embarrassing. After that, I really wanted good soldier aim, so I had another alt account called Billy Busion that I only played soldier on during GOATS meta and got 4600 on. Again, my soldier aim was not good before. After that, I really wanted good Hanzo aim, so I made my new account called OK Goodbye to play Hanzo on, and I got 4600 again. Like I said, before playing all of these heroes on these accounts, my aim was terrible. I put time aside and I put in full effort into practicing my aim, and even though I had moments where I wanted to give up because I thought it was terrible, I kept going. I didn't let a bad game or a bad day or a bad week even impact me in the long run because I knew that I had potential and that practice always makes perfect. I did this exact same thing on every hero in Overwatch, not to better my aim, but to just play every hero, and as a result, my aim just got better. I did it on Roadhog, Zarya, Baptiste, Ana, Zen, Lucio, everything. I had these times in my Overwatch career, I guess you could say, where I put all of my practice into certain heroes. Many heroes on Overwatch have different aim techniques, and knowing all of them drastically betters your aim. You don't have to be a god at every hero, you just need to know the different ways to aim. Knowing how to aim on a projectile DPS betters your hit scan aim, and knowing how to aim on a hit scan DPS helps better your Ana and Bap aim, and knowing the projectile aim helps hit your Bap healing, and knowing the projectile can help you on tank or Roadhog hooks or spears, and having good hit scan aim makes Zarya easy, and just so much more. Knowledge is key in Overwatch, and if you have learned nearly every hero's aim style, you're already at a huge advantage. So the biggest takeaway here is to honestly just spread your wings a little, I guess you could say. If you only play tank, play DPS and support, and vice versa. I'm not saying to just jump in and expect to be a soldier god after you've only played tank for 6 years. Just take baby steps and you'll see immediate improvement. Yeah, those are the 4 ways that I personally have bettered my aim, and I just really hope that it works for you guys. I mean, again, put your mind to it, and practice definitely makes perfect. If you guys use any other different ways to practice your aim, leave it in the comments and let me know, because I really like learning how people can just get better at Overwatch. It's really interesting to me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.